Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. I went down to South County last night intending to attend the very first county executive forum. Yes, the election is not until 2026, but I also intended to grab dinner at Pirates Cove. However, they were closed because they gave their employees off to attend their employee summer pool party. How great is that? But I did end up with an equally good meal at Stan and Joe's Riverside. And as for that forum, right now my opinion is that we have three very solid candidates in Pete Smith, Allison Pickard, and James Kitchen. Here's your OMG fact for the day. If you put two straws in your mouth and put one of them in a drink and the other one outside of the drink, you won't be able to drink through either of them. Another one I need to test out. But now let's get into the news, shall we? With less than a week to go before the Annapolis City primary elections, concerns are growing about mail-in ballots being returned to voters instead of being delivered to the city. Ward 2 Alderwoman Karma O'Neill flagged the problem in her Facebook page, noting that the post office appears to read the sender's address rather than the to address for the city of Annapolis. Voters are now urged to call 410-222-0409 to confirm receipt of their ballots. Election officials say that the issue may be linked to a design flaw in the return envelope, which has caused confusion. This follows broader problems with delays and misplaced mail at the Baltimore sorting facility, with more than 800 pieces, including ballots and applications, only delivered on September 8th. Some were postmarked as far back as August 4th. Officials are urging voters to use secure drop boxes to guarantee timely delivery and are planning a meeting with postal and city leaders after the primary to prevent similar issues ahead of November's general election. Personally, I think that discussion should be happening before the primary because, regardless, it's an election. Speaking of elections, Governor Wes Moore announced early yesterday morning that he is going to seek a second term as Maryland's governor. The announcement, made via email shortly before 6 a.m., came alongside a video outlining his accomplishments and vision for the future. Moore pointed to middle-class tax cuts, record-low unemployment, and a sharp drop in Baltimore homicides as proof of progress during his first term. He also highlighted the reopening of the Port of Baltimore just 11 days after the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse. Lieutenant Governor Aruna Miller will again join him on the ticket, calling Moore's leadership, quote, proof we can work across party lines to give people a better way forward. Moore's reelection pitch centers on three goals: making Maryland's public schools the best in the nation, ending childhood poverty, and ensuring more Marylanders can afford to live, buy homes, and build middle-class security. The Arts Council of Anne Arundel County has revealed the winners of the 2025 Annie Awards, celebrating outstanding contributions to the arts. This year marks the 25th annual awards, recognizing excellence across 9 separate categories. The honorees this year are Arts Education, Atticus Cooper Boydie; Arts Leadership, Kathy Sweckel; Arts Maverick, Paul Gillespie, and I ran into him at Rise Up yesterday afternoon; Arts Patron is Joy Chambers; Historic Arts is Marcy Taylor Thoma; Literary Arts is Nancy Murray; Performing Arts, Pocket Go-Go Band; Visual Arts, Camilla Asher; and Lifetime Achievement in the Arts, Anthony Spencer. The awards showcase the county's creative diversity, from educators and leaders to artists and patrons who have left a lasting cultural impact. The 2025 Annie Awards celebration takes place on Wednesday, October 15th at 5:30 p.m. at Maryland Hall. The event is free. I do recommend everybody goes, but tickets are required. You can get them at the Arts Council website. Now, the original Annapolis Ghost Tours is celebrating its 23rd season this fall with expanded offerings that bring new twists to Maryland's haunted history. Launching in October, the Annapolis Witches and Legends Walking Tour will take guests through the state's witch trials, superstition, and folklore, including final recorded trial held in Annapolis in the 1700s. The 90-minute walk will explore how fear and rumor shaped early Annapolis. Also debuting is the Witches of Maryland Pub Crawl, a 2-hour event mixing storytelling with stops at local taverns where guests can hear tales of colonial fears and local legends. Costumes are encouraged during October. Longtime favorites such as the Annapolis Walking Ghost Tour and the Haunted Pub Crawl do return alongside with the Annapolis True Crime Dinners, which pair meals with chilling accounts of unsolved murders and public hangings. Details, tickets, available at AnnapolisGhostTour.com. Again, that's AnnapolisGhostTour.com. And do not be fooled by a Massachusetts company masquerading as a local company. That company is called U.S. Ghost Tours. They are not local, and they are not authentic, and don't support them. This weekend on the Local Business Spotlight, we do chat with Jen Moslin from Designs by Jen, and she is not a graphic designer, but a face painter. That was a lot of fun, and that's going to drop at Saturday at noon. And you don't want to forget that Ray Weaver is going to be hosting a very special night at Killarney House on the 15th. Tickets for that night are limited, and they are down to single digits. I did just check. You can get them at KillarneyHousePub.com, and it will be a really fun night. $40 for a 3-course meal, plus Ray, and then $20 of that goes to M-Bulk, which is going to help with mental health. And by now, you do know the drill. Please let your friends, neighbors, and colleagues all know about the Daily News Recap email. It is free. It comes to your inbox every night at 7 p.m. and is going to keep you up to speed on all of the top local news stories. And it is paywall free. Here's a link for you right here in the show notes. Okay, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to you. And we also want to thank our sponsors for the Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, Fish for a Cure, Interim Healthcare of Annapolis, and the Annapolis Sailboat and Powerboat shows. So now you just need to hang tight because we have your Eye on Annapolis local weather coming up, and Bridget, also known as BeeprBuzz, is here with her way too long Annapolis After Dark, which I warned her that starting next week, I'm using a guillotine to cut it off at 4 minutes regardless of where she is. So there's your warning about it as well. But anyhow, all that's coming up for you in just a bit, so stick around.
It's almost time for Annapolis to shine as the sailing capital of the U.S. with not one, but 2 incredible boat shows coming to town. First up, the Annapolis Powerboat Show, October 2nd through the 5th. Walk the docks and climb aboard the Mid-Atlantic's largest display of powerboats. Everything from sleek center consoles and wake boats to trawlers and cruisers. Step inside a working U.S. Navy Yard Patrol training vessel. Take a spin straight from the demo dock and shop the latest gear, gadgets, and marine tech. Don't miss Brokerage Cove, where pre-owned boats are priced to move. Add in food, drinks, live music, and plenty of expert advice. It's the perfect fall day on the water. Then 1 week later is the Annapolis Sailboat Show, October 9th through the 12th. The world's largest sailboat show, right in the heart of America's sailing capital. Tour hundreds of monohulls, multi-hulls, and blue water cruisers in Ego Alley and beyond. Check out the latest sails, rigging, and navigation systems, or take part in classes and on-water workshops like the First Sail Experience. Meet world cruisers, stock up on sailing gear, and soak up that legendary waterfront vibe filled with music, food, and salty stories. 2 world-class shows, 2 unforgettable weekends. Tickets and info for both are available now at AnnapolisBoatShows.com. AnnapolisBoatShows.com. Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Good morning. Here is your weather for this hump day. Today, we can expect a comfortable day featuring a mix of clouds and sunshine with a passing shower or 2 possible. Highs will hover near 69 degrees, and the evening will remain mild, about 64 degrees. And dang, that almost looks like fall weather to me. Tomorrow, sunshine returns in full force with pleasant temperatures reaching a high of about 78. The night does cool off gently to about 62. It is shaping up to be a sunny, enjoyable day, perfect for outdoor plans or catching up on any errands without sweating it. Turning to Friday, expect more of that agreeable weather. Mostly sunny skies will dominate with highs again near 78 and evening temperatures dipping to around 63. It is the perfect weather for the Annapolis Songwriters Festival. And as we look forward into the weekend and beyond, The pattern stays pleasantly steady. On Saturday, you can expect a mix of clouds and sun with highs near 77 and lows dipping into about 62. Sunday brings partly sunny skies and a high of 78. And Monday, keep an eye out for alternating clouds and sun with similar temperatures in the upper 70s. All in all, it's a reliable stretch of very comfortable weather. That's your look ahead. No big swings, no storms, just smooth trend of mild sunny weather coming your way. Enjoy the gentle transition into fall, and I'll be back tomorrow morning with your next update.
Ahoy, captains and anglers! What better way to spend a day on the Chesapeake Bay than by fishing and fundraising for a cure? Join us for the 19th annual Fish for a Cure tournament, Paul C. Detter's Captain's Challenge, and Shore Party, Saturday, November 1st at Safe Harbor, Annapolis. Fish for a Cure supports Luminous Health Anne Arundel Medical Center's Gayton and Joanne D. Cesaris Cancer Institute. Event proceeds directly support the Cancer Survivorship Program for patients recovering from all types of cancers. Gather your crew and register your boat today at fishforacure.org. Again, that's fishforacure.org. The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis. BeeprBuzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, September 10th through Sunday, September 14th. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and BeeprBuzz, and also all three websites for the full schedule. We update the Facebook post and all three websites with changes and cancellations so you know before you go. AnnapolisStreaming.com, AnnapolisMusic.us, and BeeprBuzz.com. The first thing on my list this week, all of the festivals this weekend and next. This week, the county fair begins at the fairgrounds. And who is excited for the Annapolis Songwriters Festival? Thursday through Sunday. And the Maryland Seafood Festival is this weekend on Saturday and Sunday out at Sandy Point. You can save $5 on all general admission tickets with my code BEEPABC2025. But hurry because my code does expire on Thursday. Then next weekend is the Annapolis Baygrass Music Festival at Sandy Point, and you can save $20 on any ticket with my code BEEP20. And this code expires on Sunday. Now, music for today, Wednesday. Start with Happy Hour with Michael K. of Pretty Big Deal at Middleton Tavern, or with Joe Hickey at Brian Baru in Severna Park. Mac Heat Light with Michelle and Tom Lindsay will be at the Songbird Showcase at 49 West on West Street. Unified Jazz Ensemble will be at their Wednesday residency at Reynolds Tavern. Jordan Sokol of Pressing Strings will be down at Catch 22 in North Beach. And under my other things to do listed at the bottom of each day, open mic jam night at Chesapeake up in Crofton. And also trivia hosted by DJ Tom at Annapolis Market House. The Annapolis Songwriters Festival begins on Thursday, and the hot show for Thursday is the Steep Cannon Rangers at Maryland Hall. Be sure to watch my page BeeprBuzz on Facebook for a cool giveaway. Thursday, get to the point for Brian Ewald. Joey Fitz will be at Galliano's up in Wild Chapel and Gambrels. Susie Lennox and Sean Acoustic will be at Crofton Cantina on Thursday. Doug Segree will be at Killarney House in Davidsonville. The Highland Brothers will be down at Bahia Coastal Kitchen down in North Beach. Pretty Music Academy will be at the County Fair with 3 of their bands. Also on Thursday, Faith and the Faithful will be at Annapolis Market House. Daphne Ekman is back at Reynolds Tavern on Thursday. And under my other things to do, trivia at Fern Brewing up in the Crofton Gambrels area. Weekend music, Friday, Annapolis Songwriters Festival local picks. Miggs Country Music will be at Metropolitan. Ben will be at Red Red Wine Bar. And then Shelby Hall will be right after him, also at Red Red Wine Bar. Meg Murray will be at the Graduate Hotel with Ascentha Rose. Friday, Jeff Mueller and friends will be at 49 West. Also Friday night, the Wildflowers are back at Annapolis Smokehouse. And free salsa dancing classes with DJ MC at Caliente Grill at the end of Forest Drive. Guava Jelly will be at the Blind Pig up in Savage. Brant Austin Dunn will be at the White Oak Tavern in Ellicott City. Anthony Fria will be at Homestead Gardens in Davidsonville. Pete Best of Peterbilt will be at Killarney House in Davidsonville. Good Talk Rest will be at the Wheelhouse Beer Garden down in North Beach. And up in Medina Friday night, Lost and Found Trio Band will be at Twain's Tavern. And the National Bohemians will be at Rumor Reel. And end the night Friday downtown Annapolis with DJ Aaron of Be Real Entertainment at O'Brien's. Saturday, the Annapolis Songwriters Festival continues, and the local picks are Pete Best of Peterbilt at King of France, and then later at Galway Bay. Shelby Hall will also be at Galway Bay. Meg Murray will be at Stan & Joe's with Steve Lowe, and also Saturday, day one of the Maryland Seafood Festival at Sandy Point. Music hits are Honestly Soul, Area 301 Band, and Jimmy's Chicken Shack. Don't forget, save $5 with my code if you purchase in advance. My code is BEEP, ABC 2025, but hurry because it does expire on Thursday. Also Saturday, the Highland Brothers will be at Broken Oar in Glen Burnie. David Nolte solo at Pattaya Mexican Restaurant in Severna Park. Ground Rent will be at Malloy's. Tim Atkinson will be at Chop Tank in Annapolis. Richard Hayward will be at Catch 22 down in North Beach. And if you miss the Highland Brothers, catch them at Dark Horse Saturday night. Up in Baltimore, Rickshaw Lizard will be at Cat's Eye Pub in Fells Point. And the Tommy McGee Band will be at Harold Harbor Hideaway. Sidewalk Soul will be closing down Saturday night at Santa Joe's on West Street. Up in Medina, Miggs Country Music will be at the Rumor Reel Full Band. And Rich Mascari Trio will be at Mike's Crab House. Over on the shore, left of center, will be rocking Ram's Head Shore House. And under my other things to do listed at the bottom of each day, karaoke at the Pit Stop Pub in Pasadena. Sunday Fun Day, the Annapolis Songwriters Festival local picks, Miggs Country Music at Galway Bay, and Doug Segree at Capitol Hotel with Dan Haas. Also Sunday, day 2 of the Maryland Seafood Festival. Also on Sunday, start with brunch with Bloodies and Blues at Stan & Joe's with Dogfather Kevin. Sweet Lita will be playing the county fair at the fairgrounds. Casey McConville will be at Annapolis Market House. And live music Sundays continue at Chesapeake and Crofton with music by Steve Owen. PJ and Neil will be at Stan & Joe's Riverside down in Galesville. And the Vicki Roberts Band will be at Happy Harbor in Deal. Over on the shore, Dana B will be at Libby's. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of Annapolis and the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com, AnnapolisMusic.us, and BeeprBuzz.com, spelled BeeprBuzz. I'll see you out there.
When someone you love needs care at home, you want more than just help. You want trusted support from people who truly care. That's where Interim Healthcare of Annapolis comes in. Locally owned and serving seniors in Anne Arundel, Baltimore, Charles, Prince George's, and Queen Anne's counties. Interim Healthcare of Annapolis offers personalized in-home care that's flexible, reliable, and compassionate. From Alzheimer's and dementia care to assistance with bathing, dressing, fall prevention, transportation to appointments, and even 24-hour care. Interim of Annapolis also offers respite care to give family caregivers a much-needed break. With Interim Healthcare of Annapolis, you get the backing of a trusted national network and the heart of a hometown provider. Call Art Dandridge at 443-808-1003 or visit interim.com/Annapolis to learn more. That's interim.com/Annapolis. Interim Healthcare of Annapolis. Personalized service at home, peace of mind, and always there when you need care. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.